My name is Gemma's Journey Grace. I walk this world in my own pace. I see the colors others miss. I've got a heart you can't dismiss. Some days are loud, some days are bright, but every step I take is mine. I shine my truth in every space. This is Gemma's Journey Grace. I live with autism, and that's my power. I rise up stronger every hour. Don't need your perfect, don't need your doubt. I know who I am, and I'm standing proud. I'm finding my rhythm, my voice, my place. This is Gemma's journey, this is my grace. You might not see what's in my mind, but there's a world of stars behind. I feel the music in the air, I feel the love that's always there. My story's written in my way, no rules to how I shine today. I'm on a path I'm meant to chase. Call me Gemma's Journey Grace. I live with autism, and that's my power. I rise up stronger every hour. Don't need your perfect, don't need your doubt. I know who I am, and I'm standing proud. I'm finding my rhythm, my voice, my place. This is Gemma's journey, this is my grace. Every challenge, every fight, I keep on moving toward the light. My heart is steady, my dream is clear. I'm not alone, I'm still right here. I live with autism, and that's my power. I grow more fearless every hour. I'm writing my story line by line. This journey's tough, but it's all mine. I'm finding my rhythm, my voice, my place. I'm Gemma's journey. I am great.
Hey everybody, and welcome back to my channel for this Monday morning, afternoon or evening across the world we may be at. And today I want to talk about 13 years since my autism diagnosis and how far I've come and how far that I've achieved since receiving the diagnosis. And I think it's been a long time since I've thought about this and put a lot of thoughts in my head and thought, you know what, today I'll do it, I'll talk about it, I'll discuss it. And I think that I've really achieved a lot in the long time that I've been diagnosed now. It feels that 2014 was such a long time ago, and it feels like I've overcome a lot of my personal burdens and hurdles that have been keeping me away from doing this video. So over the years, I think I've learned to accept my autism. At first, I can say I was very angry. I was very bitter about my diagnosis. I was very upset, emotional. I didn't know what to think, what to say, what to do. I was very against people for a while. I kind of blamed people, my family, for letting me slip through the cracks, slip through the system. But obviously, as time has gone on, I realised that they weren't to blame and that it was just the system failed me, failed my parents. And unfortunately, that's the way the system works in this country, which is a bit of a frustrating situation. But it is what it is. Unfortunately, there's nothing I can do about it. But I officially got diagnosed in 2014 at the age of 25. I am now 37 years old, and I've achieved a lot. I've been able to do my campaigning work more of a stronger effort. I've been involved working with BBC Radio Suffolk for about 10 of the 13 years I've been diagnosed. I've been working with the DJ producer John Wright, who has been a absolute godsend to me in my life, has become a very, very, very close friend of mine, and I adore him. I am really appreciative of all the work and hours he has put into me, and emails he's written to me, and times that he's helped me to overcome my panic and anxiety issues, and has reassured me that I'm doing the best that I can, and really supports me by letting me go onto the radio and pre-record with him, because he knows that pre-recording for me is easier than doing it live, and in case I panic or say the wrong thing or mess up on a live interview, so we do it pre-recorded, so I have more time to think my answers through and think the situation through, rather than having to think, oh, I've got to be live in front of all these thousands of people and potentially make myself out to be a laughing stock. So I'm really grateful that I've been able to do that for the last 10 years of my life, and also working with my local adult autism service for the last 10-11 years of my life as well, being able to campaign and do talks with them and do talks with professionals and help out with the Autism Diagnostic Post Support Group, which is basically new people who have been assessed and diagnosed within the last year to 2 years, and I'm there to answer questions and guide them and give them guidance and help support their journey as they come to understand who they are, what their autism's about, and how they can best move forward and best make the most of their diagnosis, and how to guide them in the future when it comes to dealing with friends, family, loved ones, work colleagues, employers, people who they may associate with. And then also doing my work with the Ipswich Hospital as well, with Roger Blake, who is the Learning Disability Liaison and Autism Specialist nurse. I've been working with him now for about 9-10 years of my 13 years diagnosis, so I'm really appreciative of the time and effort that he has put into me. He continues to have me doing his once a month talks on Microsoft Teams with the professionals that he works with at the hospital. I've been very lucky. I've done a lot of talks over my years with numerous bunches of healthcare professionals, whether it's doctors from A&E, the children's ward, catering. I've done many talks that have helped me to gain my confidence, my self-esteem, my dignity, and I've gained a lot of respect and people who have understood my journey as a late diagnosed adult. I've also got a lot of support from my family. Obviously, they've been a big support to me, especially obviously my sister, my dad, my mum, and other people who understand me and support me with every decision that I make, everything that I do. I check with them and they offer me support, guidance, love, and advice when I need it and ask for it. And obviously my Elvis community is another big one. Andy Otley is a godsend, and his wife Nikki are a total godsend to me. They have done a lot with me in the past. They've supported me. They still support me now. They guide me. They encourage me. They strengthen me. They believe in me. They're family to me. They have my back, and that means a whole lot of world to me. I couldn't imagine doing a lot of what I do without them. And I'm just really lucky to have my Elvis family, Elvis community to have my back. And obviously my best friend as well, she has my back. She supports me and understands my struggles, understands the time when I'm having good times and bad times. And obviously Adam Thomas as well, he is a local musician who has my back and supports me and has often wrote me private messages and always gives me some good feedback. And I often take photographs and videos of him when I go to see him perform in local pubs, clubs and social clubs. I really do enjoy supporting him as well, so I'm very lucky with the support base that I have. And during these 13 years, things haven't been easy. I've lost some loved ones, and that's taken a toll on my health and taken a toll on me physically as well as mentally. I've had to cope with learning how to say goodbye and things like that, so I have had to think a lot of different ways of how to respond and cope to situations. I've had to learn how to be professional and appropriate and knowing how to say the right things, when to say the right things. And it's difficult, even communicating now with people, I do struggle to sometimes say the appropriate thing, the appropriate words, and I have to think before I speak. and being around people can cause severe anxiety issues. Being in crowd situations can be quite overwhelming, quite difficult for me, especially when it comes to events that have high-pitched noise or a large group of people that I'm unsure about. It can cause me to feel very panicky and very anxious very quickly. But again, I have strategies to put in my way to help myself, to lessen the anxiety and to lessen the panic. And yeah, I think obviously I've moved a couple of times during these 13 years as well. I've moved from supported housing into my own independent council flat, or apartment as you Americans and Canadians call it. So yeah, I am sitting in my bedroom right now filming this. So, you know, I've done a lot in 13 years. I've learned to be more independent and confident and strong in who I am, believe in what I'm doing. You know, I have a lot of local friends who support me. My friend Ivan, he supports what I'm doing. We're very similar. We do both have autism and we both campaign in our different ways. So I support him as he supports me. And, you know, I am very lucky with what I do here in my local hometown. I'm able to talk and be communicative, and I'm really appreciative of what I've achieved in 13 years. It hasn't been easy. I've had to, you know, overcome a lot of hurdles with the job centre and things like that. I've also become recently a double auntie to twins. My sister had twins and I absolutely adore them. My life has turned around for the better. I can look after them, help support them, guide them in their future growing up, and being able to be responsible and adult, being respectful, able to look after them, give them hugs and kisses, and, you know, spend time with my family. That's another thing I really do appreciate as someone on the autistic spectrum. I'm able to divide my time between going to Andy Otley, spend time with my family, going outside and doing talks, doing my YouTube videos to help people understand what it's like being a late diagnosed autistic adult, doing my chores in my flat, you know, being able to achieve things that I never thought I would do, like going on these day coach trips. I never thought in a million years I'd ever do a coach trip on my own, let alone doing 4 this year. And then I've got another 7, 8 booked for next year already. And I'm really looking forward to what the future holds for me and being able to prove my independence and how I dress my own style. Like, my style, as a lot of people have told me, and a couple of fashion YouTubers that I follow have told me my style is apparently called the mob wife aesthetic, which I think is quite weird, but apparently that's what my style is. It's kind of the 50s, 60s, 70s kind of esque era, and very Elvis-esque, obviously. So yeah, I do a lot of YouTube videos to educate people and spend time explaining things, and go out to my local community doing the radio, and I think I've been able to communicate more. I've become more self-aware and self-confident, and I do things that I didn't think I'd be able to do, and, you know, I feel proud of myself. I'm able to be social more, I'm able to go out more, and, you know, not let my autism stop me. Yes, of course, my autism still makes me struggle. Of course, there's days where I stay at home and don't do anything. There's days where I struggle to communicate. There's days where my family have to speak up for me, on behalf of me, because I physically and mentally can't do it. So, you know, I am aware of my limitations and restrictions, of course. I am aware that it can cause me to shut down. I am aware that it causes me to feel socially anxious and lonely and emotional sometimes. But my autism is a gift. It's something that I feel has really helped me to become the person I am today. It's helped me to become stronger and, you know, believe in myself. And the fact that I'm able to sit here and do these videos and really enjoy making them and editing them, and, you know, being able to do things I never thought were possible, like, you know, going out and, you know, being part of the Elvis family, being part of the autism and disability community, the mental health community, being able to voice my opinion to medical professionals and such, and be able to, you know, help out in the autism diagnostic community as well. It really means a lot to me, because I never thought that I would ever have the knowledge or skill or, you know, the belief in myself to do it, because I've always struggled with my self-esteem. I've always struggled with my confidence, especially at school. It was a constant, I never felt good enough, I felt weak, I was severely bullied and such. But over the years I've learned to ignore people for what they say to me, unless they really think it's going to help me. But yeah, these 13 years have taught me a lot of how to trust people, when not to trust people. I've learned how to separate my feelings, and learn to, when people give me compliments, because again, that's something that I've struggled with. I've struggled with how to accept compliments and how to compliment other people back, and sometimes I've had to struggle with how to help support other people. They're going through a rough time, so again, it hasn't been the most easiest of situations, but I've learnt to be independent more. I've learnt to, pay my own bills and do things that I never thought were ever going to be possible for me. Like, I always thought I was going to live at home with my dad or whatnot, and the fact that I've proved everyone that I could live independently. I've been buying Christmas presents recently and getting ready for Christmas and really looking forward to celebrating it, seeing people unwrap their presents, seeing them be happy and appreciative of what I brought, even though I have had a lot of help when it comes to buying Christmas presents and gifts and Christmas cards. And I think I've done well, considering that my autism does take a lot of mental effort, physical effort of me. A lot of the time I have to kind of give myself time to decompress and then build my energy back up so then I can go and do something else the next day and the day after, and I'm very lucky like that. I'm able to socially function and, do things that need to get done. And yeah, I'm just very proud of the way that I've coped over these 13 years. I've done stuff that I thought I would never get the chance to do or even think about or comprehend doing. And, I proved that to myself. I've been able to do it. I've been able to keep on doing it. And I look forward to where the future holds. So please like, comment, share and subscribe to this video and my channel. I would really appreciate it, and I will see you next time. Bye.